All right, we'll try and make this quick. And if you're watching this year, it's so you guys will have a little bit more knowledge for the AZ Merit. And here we go. Normal distribution. It's when you draw a smooth curve around your data and it has the shape of a bell. The curve is symmetrical. You could fold it in on the center. And if it's a normal distribution, the mean and median are the same. And these are the types of questions that it may refer to. All right, or if you're going to take a test on this, which eventually very well could happen. These are the types of questions that would be on the test. In the center, where the largest chunk is 68%. That's a 1 standard deviation below to 1 standard deviation above. If you expand that by another standard deviation, you've got 95% of the people. If you extend that by another standard deviation, you've got 99.7. So very rarely Shaquille O'Neal's come out here, right? Very rarely do you get something outside of 2 standard deviations. Very much every attribute I have is within that, well within that. Look, about 68%, 95, 99%, and those are the number of standard deviations, 1, 2, and 3. Down here we break it up a little bit. Right? We break up our standard deviations. Basically, that's dividing the 68 from 1 and putting half of it over here and half of it over there. 34 above, 34 below. And then in order to get the next, you see how much is outside. So it would be 95 minus 68 divided by 2. Would give you each of one of these areas right here, the 2 standard deviations. And if you read up top, it's 99.7 divided by, or sorry, minus 95 divided by 2 will get you 2.35, and then whatever's left over, we can see there's 0.3 not accounted for. Divide it in half, and you get 0.15. The percent of data between 1 standard deviation below the mean and 2 standard deviations above the mean. Now it's going to ask, so here's 1 below, here's, let's see, 2 above, in between here. So I'm going to go ahead and just do math. We know these two are 68, so I'm going to go 68 plus 2.35 plus 0.15, and it looks like I get about 70.5. All right. More than 2 standard deviations above the mean, so above this point, which looks, we can probably do that math in our head, these two added together for about 2.5%. Alright. 1 standard deviation below the mean. So all of this right here. Well, if these two down here are 2.5, that's 16%. So all 3 of these added up together. I may keep going, I may not. Oh, you know what? Next page, we're going to hit the next page. I'm going to do most of the work off the camera, and I'll be right back.